past the 20-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. There by the quarterback.
Here's the option going left on second down. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Vick operating on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you...
Hey, let's go! Paper, paper, paper! White 90! White 20!
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
White 90!
This is Cohen. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Let's go. White 20. White 20.
They pitch out to Howard. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps...
4th and inches, does he get the first? You bet he does. He knows exactly where he needs to be, and he's going to fight his way forward to get a couple of yards and ensure he keeps the chains moving.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. With the first touchdown of them, the lead if they hit the extra point.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talked with these NFL coaches about different innovations, guys roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
On first down, Wilson. He finds McCoy, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. Now Wilson on second down. That's complete. It's Gordon. And Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11. First down now, but that clock rolling.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Javon Curse in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Now the Titans getting set to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Quick, quick. On.
He's back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. That'll bring up second down. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing man.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Titans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Pushing through the contact. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
19.
And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South. Well, as always, Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Years after Joe Namath and the guarantee, we are underway in Super Bowl 53. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Over. 319.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Up there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Coleman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it's a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. 58. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. For the first time with Ricky Williams. Pushing his way through. And now running right through it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Khalil Mack able to drop him for a loss of a couple. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They go play action here on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchup, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll give it to him up the middle. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears are in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Dontari Poe forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a play fake. Rodgers completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On foot underneath to his running back. Complete. And he loses the football a 2nd time in this yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and create.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Steve Atwater with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Woods the intended receiver.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you get a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Brian Urlacher in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but
can't get away, and he's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of the game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Ricky Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
319.
Golden now. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now Mahomes looking deep for Hilton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Khalil Mack. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. This is fielded at the 27. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bears take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. Out as a quick slant gets him 14.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Z. So.
Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. On play action, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Danny Trevathan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Running left, the Hall of Famer with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Right back to him on first down. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. This is Coleman. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tevin Coleman, 22 yards. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. And he knocks it through. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They begin the drive with Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back now here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
319.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
319.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Calvin Johnson, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to look deep down and got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 35 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears have broken the tie. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Lawrence Taylor in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
On 3rd down. That's Coleman. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. He's back to throw. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Huge 1st down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. Back to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
319! 319!
Back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Rodgers now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
319!
Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw. He's going to let it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. Johnson, the intended target.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end.